Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. What's up YouTube? It's your boy Dashing and this is week 7 of the SCD. I am the coach of Team Kati Itlog and this week we take on Steven and the New York Clawitzers. Now his team consists of G-Max Zard, Max Volcanion, Parascuda, Scolipede, Dracozolt, NDDM, Obstagoon, Golisopod, Morpico, Rapalock, Dugtrio, Alola, and Clawitzer. So this is my second league with Steven. He had a really bad record our first league and this season appears to be similar. His team actually has a decent to good matchup versus us. Though the matchup isn't really in anyone's favor, it's really one of those matches where it really depends on what mons you bring. So you can't really cover all the options. So whatever he brings, if we're prepared for that, then it's going to be straightforward for us. If not, then it's a lot more complicated. I expect him to bring Volcanion, Barraskewda, Scolipede, Dracozolt, Golisopod, Dougie, or Morpico, or Indeedee. Now, looking at team preview, no Barraskewda, so, you know, a lot of prep we had for that mon is like out the window now. He opted to go for double electric, which is really bad for us in the Dracozolt and the Morpico. So, the game is definitely a lot tougher than we thought, but hopefully we do have enough to outplay the situation. So yeah, without further ado, let's check out the game. So he leads Dougie as we go Thorn. Knockoff is very free here. I did forget about Tangling Hair. That was a thing. And he outspeeds us the next turn. Gets a flinch on the rock slide. So at this point, without the flinch, Dougie is already gone. Yeah. So Azu comes in, takes a rock slide, and Aquajet is so free this turn. I thought he may try going to the Volcanion, but I didn't think it was reasonable to go for the play rough there. So we just go for a knockoff here, do a shit ton of damage, and remove the choice band. So that's gonna limit the potential of this mon to break our walls. He could have definitely 2-hit KO'd our Reggie if he had the band, but without it, we're able to revenge him. Not really sure why he went for Bulldoze there. I think if he went for like another beak, maybe we would have been in range for Rock Slide from Dougie, but seeing as he brings out Dougie here, he needs to go for EQ 100%. We switch out to Thorn, we read that perfectly. Knockoff is free here, we get the kill, although we are also slowed once more. Morpico comes in, we switch back to Reggie, sacking it off. He goes for Aura Wheel, and I actually thought it was banded at that point, but he actually got a crit. I didn't quite notice that at first glance. So I kind of thought he was banded. I bring out Hydreigon. Had I known that he wasn't banded, I would have gone for Mian Xiao, and he needed to get like the top 2 rolls in order to KO us after rocks. If not, then CC KOs, obviously. But yeah, not wanting to, or having the idea that he was banded, we go for Hide knowing we can take any hit and proceed to punish any of his mons. We're kinda ahead in the game, although we are using our max pretty early. He goes for Ice Fangs, procs our weakness policy. To give you an idea, I kinda thought I changed weakness policy to the Bugberry to check the Scolipede as well as the Golisopod, but apparently I forgot to change it. But you know, it didn't really it could have mattered here, but I thought what the hell, weakness policy is kind of good as well. So while I was playing it, it wasn't really a big deal for me, except for this position here. He goes for protect as we go for max darkness. I'm not sure why he protected. He's obviously gonna outspeed us anyway. So I guess he just wanted to be +2 when our next mon comes in. But any of our mons that comes in, he's already gonna outspeed us at +1. I bring out Mianchao knowing he can't OHKO us because he's not like Life Orb or anything. So we go for a free knockoff here. He sets up T-Spikes, which is very interesting. That's gonna wear down Bro and Azu, as well as the Mianchao. I switch Bro in here on the Volcanion. And as you can see, we are boots. So we are able to not take damage from the rocks as well as the poison. Had we taken damage from that, we would have been in range for another Max Geyser under the ring. Now, I do make a huge misplay here, as you'll see. I go for Max Geyser and I go for Slack Off. Now, the correct move I should have done was go for what do you call this? Yawn. Because had I gone for Yawn, it would have been Drowsy this turn. And that's already his second turn. And I can go for Teleport the next turn. Had he attacked, he would have KO'd the Bro and fell asleep. Then I can just go Mianchao, double CC the Volcanion. It's not gonna survive 2 CCs. Because you know, he has like the mandatory sleep turn to take. But I go for Slack Off here. Just stalling out the rain. And I decide to sack Azu. Because you know, I think Bro was more important at that point. Now I decide to bring out Torn here. I should have really just checked the calcs, but I didn't really calc this turn at all. Had I known that Acrobatics would have done so little, I probably would have gone for U-turn or something. So I go for Acrobatics, we only do 39. Steam Eruption's gonna take us out. It actually does a shit ton of damage in rain. I go for Mianchao here, knowing that we need to... I'm actually Scarf, which was supposed to take on the Barraskewda. So I decide to just go for a U-turn, get some chip off on it. We go to Bro, we go Steam Eruption. It still does 51%. And he gets the burn. Really good for him that turn to get the burn. If you notice this game, he's been getting a lot of favorable hacks, right? He got a few crits on us. He got the flinch. He got the burn, which is like the first eruption that mattered, you know, that didn't OHKO. But we are gonna get some hacks in our favor. We're actually able to live the Steam Eruption there, fall to the burn, and Mianchao comes in, and we're just gonna be able to take out both mons. Definitely, even if the... I was actually afraid maybe the Obstagoon was Sash or something, but yeah, when I saw it proc the Flame Orb, I'm like, alright, it's gonna be GG, it's dashing. So yeah, we definitely... Props to Steven, he really made me sweat there at the end. Like, provided I made some misplays at the end, we could have just finished that game 3-0, but me not going for the yawn really complicated things. And as much as I'd like to say that we got some hacks in our favor with Bro living the Steam Eruption, that was actually a really still a high roll for him to get. Like, I think we were at 32 or something. It did 32%, so we were at 33, and I think 34 was like the max roll. So it was definitely on our favor to survive that. Had he not gotten the burn, we definitely survived that, you know, unless he gets a crit again. So yeah, definitely he made us work for this win. So yeah, props to Steven for that. Definitely a harder matchup than I thought I would have had. Our next week, we're gonna be taking on Evo the Goat, and I'm really undecided if I'll actually prep at all for that game since he's like number 1 in our division right now. I'm probably number 2, so you know we're kind of locked in for playoffs, and I don't think it may be a good idea to just bring out some heat during the regular season, knowing that we're probably gonna face each other at playoffs. So I might just keep some strats till then. So yeah, without further ado, that's basically the video. It depends. I might upload the next week's game if we win, but if we don't, I might not upload it since you know we're not gonna be prepping anyway. But yeah, it really depends. Maybe if he shows me something interesting, we'll upload it. But yeah, that's gonna be the game. If you guys like the content, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheers!